Alright, here we are. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. We hunt for pink. And before I start, I want to give a big thanks to Life of Jimbo, also known as James, because he just became a member again, and I really appreciate it, James. I really do. I mean, you can always say that, but it feels like, okay, feels like nothing, but I actually mean it with every single word. Especially when you're a small content creator. Especially, I would even say, if you're a small content creator. Having just a few members, that's already changes so much. And I really want to thank you also for the collaborations. And of course the friendship. I think that's self-evident. And yeah, I hope he will be part of the stream tonight. And who else is here? Jana, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Same actually, what I just said about James goes to you. I mean, it's like extra special even when a real life friend decides to help you with your little online endeavor. I'm also excited to see where the other thing is going with the convention selling. Oh, and Jano, let me know if you are interested in maybe joining us. We got some connection, Cosmic Cam and I. We do know some people who have either a 3D printing machine or 3D printer, as well as space to work on stuff. Well, 3D programs, Cosmic Cam is very educated in that aspect, so that much you already know. But we also know people who sold at Luxembourgish convention, and also some German ones. And I think a couple of French and ones from Belgium as well. So if you wanna maybe... I know not everyone wants to monetize their hobby, and I do respect that if you don't, but if you ever think of maybe selling some figurines, or just helping us paint, I mean, I will definitely share the profits. Absolutely. I mean, I just don't spout leftist things. I put the money where my mouth is. And Ben Minx, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? And this is now the... Oh, where's my counter? There it is. Number 752. Oh man, that would have been amazing if this were the shiny. That would be very funny. And I would have another excuse to scream into the microphone, I guess. And you want sad music, Venmings? I know, I'm very much behind chat again, as always, but even though there's not that much chat to begin with, just wanted to open the stream with a thanks, because I don't think we say that enough. And no, I didn't want to open the Pokédex. Wanted to open this. There we go. Okay, wrong box. Right, this is the one. Always try to fill them to X7, but usually I don't get to the 7th egg box. And we have the next one, 573. Right, of course not. How many times are we over odds now? Well, I could calculate that, but I am not good at calculating things in my head, unfortunately. Have you ever heard of that guy who manages to use his synesthesia to be essentially a human calculator? Have you ever heard of that person? I think it's a German one. I forgot his name. I think it was Jens something. I remember reading his book about how he does it, because I thought I could also pull it off since I also have synesthesia. So synesthesia is when your brain, like, it's not an illness or anything, it's something that you can have. It's essentially your brain automatically linking things that aren't necessarily linked, like color and textures, or colors and letters, colors and numbers, or temperatures and numbers, something like that. Hey there, Mushroom Pocket 99. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I'm still... I gotta say, I still thought about your, like, that thing yesterday. I mean... I am just so baffled. I mean, at that point... I kind of hoped they were trolling. And sometimes you just hope to yourself, at least, that people like that are trolling. Because imagine... if they were actually this stupid all the time. But then again, I do know that unfortunately, yeah, there are people out there, a lot of them, that are this stupid all the time. And then I wish, I kind of want to believe that they're trolls, but But anyway, about that guy who uses his synesthesia to calculate like an actual calculator. You can give him a multiplication or sum of very large numbers and he just insta calculates the result, like, correctly. And he uses his synesthesia to paint a picture in his mind, and that's how he calculates so quickly. And I thought, neat, I'll finally be able to also calculate things really quickly in my head. Because I also have synesthesia, and I also, for example, for me, the number 3 is yellow. I know that makes no sense, but it just evokes yellowness. It's really hard to explain when you have it to outsiders who don't have it. But unfortunately, I don't get the cool kind of synesthesia. I could never pull that off, what he did. I mean, I do have, like, I could paint elaborate pictures in my head. I mean, that's what my brain does all the time, but doesn't look like I can use it like he does, unfortunately. Oh, hey there, James. There you are. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I was, the very first things that I said on this stream were a big thank you for becoming a member. Yes, very good. I mean, this emoticon should have been animated as a GIF, but unfortunately they are not, like, they don't stay GIFs, so I need to change that one. And your satellite, yeah, that's the lowest tier. So the lowest, or like the cheapest tier, which, hey, you still get really good advantage, if not most, pretty much. That's satellite, and the second one, that's for €5 per month, roughly. That's geostationary. And tidally locked is for the ones who really think they want to give me a lot of money, but I don't expect anyone to become one. But at that tier, I share a lot of things, like anything that I plan, essentially, I will discuss with those, so they pretty much have a view into the production of this channel. And welcome back, Venmings. Hope that thing didn't cause too many headaches. Kind of, but like not because of you, I would say. At least I'm thinking that. It's just like really baffling. Kind of hard to follow if you didn't get the context, but I mean, it was a very specific thing. Didn't know there were higher options. You really want to give me like no, what is the highest tier? I think €50, which, I mean, that is, if you really want to see everything that I do, and also with all the, like, the whole sci-fi universe and everything, like, that would be that's essentially the tier where I think no one will be there. And if so, then maybe 1 or 2 really freaking dedicated ones, but I don't expect anyone to go for that tier. But at that tier, I also like go to flea markets and use that money to buy consoles that the members of that tier want, and then if I find them for that price, I'm gonna just ship them over. But I couldn't put that in the, like, YouTube didn't like me putting that. I just auto removed it. I don't even know why. Maybe that. Okay, I didn't read every single terms of service. Who does, right? But maybe it is somewhere there. I mean, I did use the Control F, like, search function, but other than that, I didn't read the entirety. And there it is! Shiny! freaking finally 758. Oh my god, that is so much over odds. Oh god. For the first microsecond, it was like, no, 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 no. That's no. I'm imagining things, but no. Jeez, there he is, or she. You know what? I'm gonna save first, okay? We absolutely saved this thing. Are you kidding me? No! Okay, I didn't want to go camping, but I guess lucky coincidence, because look, there he is. Very cute. Just like a baby. There is our beautiful pink baby and the fledged. Very good burp, thank you. But yeah, isn't this wonderful? Actually, now I'm happy that I misclicked on that, because yeah, I don't usually show them off too much in the camping mode. I should definitely do that more. Someone got mad at me because I didn't pronounce GIF as GIF, but it should be GIF, goddammit. It's not graphic interface. Yeah, you know the argument pretty much. Also hope that everyone here knows how got into the settings of the device they watch YouTube on. Turn the notification sound to off sound. Whenever post comments in the ding sound won't play. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't hear any sounds like that, but then again, like the YouTube chat it never makes a noise, does it? Is it Jiffy or Giffy? Oh my god. Don't even ask. I don't know. I know in real life I don't need the highest yeah, that's true as well. Oh, you were here, yes, thank you for the congratulations. Accidentally left my screen recording app going when you got the shiny, so I have it on video. Oh, that is... Okay, that's pretty funny, James. You gotta send me that. Alright, so we've... Oh god, finally. Okay, let's see. What are you? Are you a boy or a girl? You're a boy. Okay, I think okay, I know what I'm gonna name you. Oh, do I know? Oh boy, do I know. Okay, the last egg I'm gonna get. And then it's time for the little sandy cheeks for the squirrel. Scrivel or Scrivel or however the Pokemon's name is pronounced. I got you, you don't need to breed anymore. And then let's see, I have you in my either my rejects box or the other one. Let's see. I know I got you somewhere. No, that's not you. Rejects. Where did I put you? I also need to definitely clean up here. Oh god, do I definitely need to clean up here. Like these shiny boxes, like, okay, these are like the annoying shinies that you get via Wonder Trait that are just genned. Which kind of makes them pointless. Alright, I think I can give you another nickname. Well, oops, no, not you. But I think I can give him another nickname in, while they're in the PC. I think in this game it's doable. No, it's not you either. Wait, where are you? I had you on this save file though? Oh, there you are! Jeez, I took the longest route. Alright, but first I will definitely do that. I will rename. I have a really good name for this one, for the shiny. Okay, so I'm walking to the store and the moon is out, but there's like a rainbow ring around the moon. I've never seen that before. Yeah, sometimes that can happen, especially with high humidity, that you see the light of the moon kind of reflected in the humidity, like in the water, that is pretty much suspended in the air. Kind of stumbling on my words today, no idea why. Alright, I wanna give you a different nickname, and very good, you can do it like that, which, thanks Game Freak, that's a good change. I'm gonna name him Cephix, because that's a hardstyle DJ who also does like he does a, let's say, a fusion of hardstyle and metal, which is a very interesting combination. It's really amazing when he plays the e-guitar live. And participating in a little bit of gambling here. Did I win? Oh well, something small. Name mine Hey Kids. But yeah, I'm glad to see that you also saw that phenomenon with the moon. It's really beautiful. Took a photo of the moon ring. I guess you can call it a moon ring. I think we just call it a halo. Okay, now breeders, I can put you here because I don't need you anymore. You used your... Well, maybe I'm still gonna keep him. Right, Cephix, you will be here. With my others, shinies. I think at the end I'm just gonna put them all in the team and then look at them at the in the camping mode. I should not forget about doing that. That would be... I think that'd be neat. Alright, let's quickly save and then continue. Now for the squirrel. The last one on the thumbnail. You've never seen that phenomenon? Well, it depends on where you live. You can see it where it's pretty humid. So if you live somewhere where the weather is usually, or the atmosphere is very dry, then you probably don't really see it. If it's a moon ring, I might want to get that checked. What do you mean? Like the moon literally being shaped like a ring? Well, that would be a problem. Plot of Sonic Adventure 2. Well, not really. He just blows up part of the moon, but that's still pretty funny. And then they just, in the next game, in the next installment, they forget about it. Which, yeah, keep the canon straight. Alright, egg number 1. No, it's not number 1. What the hell am I doing? This is not the squirrel egg. I mean, it would still be very funny if I got another shiny. Imagine, but nah. I already got one. Was 2 eggs? No? Were this? Alright. In a really good Pokeball too. And I guess I don't need that anymore. Let me get a different picture as well. A different GIF. Oh god, I completely butchered the name while trying to type it. Oh god, how do you... Yeah, the English name is different again. Very often it is. Let's see, is this... Squav... Okay, so I wasn't too far off. Okay, now we can finally start with the squavid eggs, as I just said. Come on, Google, give me an actual animation, like a GIF. And yes, pronounce them GIF, not GIF. I don't want to hear that GIF. Well, that's number 1. And that's not a shiny. Well, I was so excited about the shiny that I forgot to clip it, as in clip it on the Switch, but oh well. At least I have it on stream. Alright, get these babies away. Can you give me a GIF, please? A normal GIF where it's shiny. Jeez. I hate it when you look up things and then it just... You Google one thing and it doesn't really show you that, and then when, especially with transparent pictures that look transparent and then they're not. I hope I'm not the only one being annoyed by this. Alright, and the next one, going quick, number 3. Alright, there you are. I know, it's not the best pink shiny to be honest, but hey, it is a pink shiny. So we will go after it. Hey there, Fiery Charmeleon. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Let me show you something beautiful. I got lucky, and I got the shiny. Well, lucky, actually, no, let me rephrase that. I didn't get lucky because I was way over odds. Oh yeah, right, this is not home. But here we are. We have gotten the shiny, finally. Way over odds, but hey, I am very happy about this, and I hope you're doing good. And let me know whenever you're able to trade, because there's a lot of shinies that you are pretty much, I mean, well, deserving is kind of a weird way to put it, but you know what I mean. You are a member for so long, or a Patreon. Well, both actually. So I actually got so many, and why do I keep saying actually? But again, I got a lot of shinies from the 3DS era that I can clone now because I found that thing, that action replay power save thing allows me to clone them. So if you want to have any of those, let me know. What happens if you give up Masuda Method? Does that mean that your fetus deletus? What? I don't think there's a fetus deletus in this game. Either you deny the egg or you take it, pretty much. I'm into training right now, but I hope you enjoy yourself in this. Oh, thank you. And thank you for stopping by and saying hi. I always appreciate that. And have fun with your training. I should definitely do that. I keep saying it. Oh, I should go to the gym again. I should go back to the gym, and I just don't. It's not like I'm lying to myself and just saying, nah, I don't want to. I actually just don't want to go. It's just. I keep forgetting about it. It's more like that. It's not that I'm actually trying to not go. Like, there's even a gym I really want to, like, the one that I picked that I want to go, but keep forgetting about it. Randomly thought of a way to make your name into a pun. Okay. Of a way? Do you mean of a way? It's not Jif peanut butter, but GIF? No, with the peanut butter it's Jif. Because that's a J. Not a G. But I kind of hope we're getting this one early. Since it's not really a Pokemon that I love, and it's not the best pink shiny. But then again, could be this one, could be 1000X, who knows. I never tried that peanut butter called Jif, but doesn't it have 2 F instead of 1? Pun, are you saying Yana about? Not my best. What are you saying Yana about? Sorry, I don't think I get it. either not braining or I don't know. Well, perhaps not braining, but you yawn about something. I don't know. What does that like sound like? I'm thinking no. What are you going on? Oh my god, what are you going on about? What are you going on about? Oh my god. Well, I did get it in the end, but several tries. Hey there, Jason Harris. Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? And as you can see, I got the other shiny. I got the shiny Toxel finally. And now we are onto a Squirret, so kind of hope that we get another 2 shinies in one stream. That would be really nice. When she's blabbering too much, all I hear is yana 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 lol instead of yada. Are you wanting to tell me something? I mean, to be fair, I don't personally like it when you watch a stream and they never really say anything. Like, okay. At least I think, isn't that kind of boring? But if I yap too much, then I guess please do tell me. I guess it's a cliche of the woman talking too much, I don't know. That's how you punify your name. Well, I mean, my name has like a very weird entries on the Urban Dictionary. Now this specific song that's playing right now from Kirby's Dream Course, I don't know what it is, just makes me feel so warm inside. Also the background with all these gingerbread houses, really cute. In fact, I have it as a background here, thanks to Cosmicam again. Love you, you're the best. Now let me see, where is the background? Oh, is it not there anymore? Or did I take it out? I do have this one. They are all pretty much from Kirby's Dream Course. This is the Jigsaw one. Windmill one. Oh, I think I actually took it off here, but oh geez, no. Maybe they'll remember. So I'll do the good overlay again. There we go. Yeah, yeah, Jean, I got the shiny dinosaur. I'm gonna show it again. No worries. I actually did get it. There he is. Keep forgetting this not home. There we go. Beautiful. Hey there, Rico. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I'm doing good, as you can tell, because, I mean, look. Finally got that one that was almost... Well, no, not almost twice above odds, but like 200 eggs above odds. So that's kind of testing the patience more. But then again, if you are impatient, you should not be shiny hunting, because that's... Like, what are you doing with your life then? I'm just messing with you, okay. That's fine. But, I mean, I do get it. Sometimes I do probably yap too much, and then I just get... then I'm just so much behind chat. But then again, when I say something, I really want to make my point clear. But I do have a tendency to over-explain myself. That is true. Congrats on the shiny. Thank you. Finished today an RPG called Unicorn Overload. Overload? What the hell am I saying? Overlord. And the game is pretty good. Okay, never heard of that, but that sounds very intriguing. Was AFK from a bit? Sorry if I missed it. No, just me yapping. But nothing too important, I would say. Alright, the 10th egg. Ah, finally, the relief, because I was really wanting that shiny Toxel. Kinda was hoping that it's gonna be a male because of the nickname that I gave it, Cephix. But I would have had another name for if it were female. Shiny, shiny, oh yes. And yesterday, remember when we were talking about, oh, the size of that legendary is kind of weird? Well, I was a doofus, an absolute doofus, because it says they're giant and then species name of the legendary. Like, how did I not see that? But oh wait. Oh well, nothing too bad, but yeah. Just seems to be, since they made Pokemon Go, they seem to like that raid with a very large Pokemon kind of battle. RPG is from Atlas, the same publisher as the Persona series. Oh, I was about to say Atlas. That ring names a bell. Yeah, exactly, brain. That name rings a bell. Gameplay is Fire Emblem style, as you have a party of units and need to conquer certain objectives. Oh, Fire Emblem style as in when they die, they don't come back. Permadeath, the very dreaded permadeath. Large legendary, largendary. I guess you could say it's a largendary. That's some really chill music. Though I don't recognize it. What is this? Seaweed Ururun quest? Okay. Never heard of that. But really nice. No permadeath luckily, but it would have made the game a bit harder as it was pretty easy. Oh, it's... okay, I see. Did you ever play Undertale? Did I ever ask you that? Number 12 is not a shiny. Either Undertale or Deltarune. I mean, they're made by the same person. Do you still have no memory of Wishbone? Yeah, I don't. Maybe I've seen the dog once or twice, but other than that, no memory. Do you know how some people would skip over the dialogue in Pokemon games? Yeah, like I tend to do sometimes. I've never played Undertale, but I've seen people play the entirety of... Ah, okay, so you know what the game is about, pretty much. Well, to be fair, not every RPG flavor text or NPC text is created equally. Like Earthbound is such a great game when it comes to the quippy text that the NPCs say, that you really want to go around and speak to every single NPC that you find, because there's just gonna be some lady who randomly talks about a creature from the vegetable soup, and then, but I don't want to annoy you on your adventure, like she says that. I mean, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but just such a quirky dialogue, you just end up wanting to read everything. Pokemon, not so much. I mean, I do see that in the latest games they're trying. But still, if you compare it to other like RPGs, especially with things that are really freaking old, like the dialogue trees or just the options of the Fallout games. I mean, we got that figured out already for over like decades at this point. And they're kind of behind in like that aspect of the role-playing game adventure. No, imagine the wedding ceremony, it's like 80 guests, and then 80 guests translates to 80 freaking text boxes at the minimum that you need to go through. I mean, not that I'm a too long didn't read kind of person. I luckily didn't fry my attention span with TikTok, so I can read very long text, that's no problem. I mean, I just sometimes sit there and read a whole book in an afternoon. I mean, that's not really the problem. But thing is, when you read some really good things, like really well written texts, then Well, it's like the pizza in Italy effect. Once you eat some really good pizza in Italy, all the different normal or even low quality pizzas just in comparison suck. Well, what if you skipped over the dialogue, suddenly the NPC just, hey, stop skipping everything I'm saying. I think there are games that do that. Now that you're mentioning it, I'm trying to think of what game that was again. But I wouldn't be surprised if Deltarune did something like that. Cutscenes are worse. Are you just in general not a cutscene guy? For some reason I'm just instantly thinking about the, if you ever played that game, pretty old game, but F-Zero GX, I think, the F-Zero game on GameCube. Well, it is really freaking hard, but man, these cutscenes are freaking weird. So bizarre. I think they're all on like the entirety of the cutscenes are on YouTube. It's like a really weird movie that you can watch. I mean, optically they look good, like visually speaking, they are good for the era that they came out, but like the stories and the plot and the characters, it's very Japanese, let's say, but weird Japanese. I don't know if that is weirder than the Super Monkey Ball 2 storyline, because that is also a fever dream. In Doki Doki Literature Club there's a scene, yeah, it was that one, that game had a scene like that, exactly. I think there's another one too that does that, like stop skipping, or can you please let me speak, or something like that. Longest cutscene for me was 40-ish minutes unskippable. Let me guess, Metal Gear? Wasn't that Metal Gear with that kind of cutscene? That's an entire movie almost. I mean, as they broke the laws of programming, gained a consciousness and were aware of what you were doing, could also hear and respond to you in an overly human and living way. Okay, I mean, we're not at that level yet. Oh, sorry. Why do people send me stuff? I hate it when I quickly want to look something up and then someone sends you something, and that's the exact same moment where your finger touches the upper part of your screen, and then at that point someone sends something to you and then it gets opened. And then you're like, oops. Maybe I shouldn't check these things on stream anyway. Actually, yeah, it's on me. Black Mirror. Well, yeah, things like that exist in Black Mirror. If you've also watched my Worst Fates in Fiction video, something really pretty much like that concept. It's very horrifying, and we don't want that. I mean, a consciousness trapped like that, that is just horrible. And still nothing, but then again, we are very early. The Dratini, was it in 5X? That was cool though. That could happen again, that would be nice. That almost sounds like these Wii app music themes, no? Wait, do I know this? Elabit's music, what without wait? No, it just sounds like it is from Wii Music or something. Not Wii Music, but the Wii News channel. There has been a discussion about AI inside consoles. And yeah, that's true. How we could implement that. Future consoles, they might use a type of program that scales the difficulty to your skill level. Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. But I don't know if they're gonna use AI as we call it AI nowadays, the large language models. I mean, that uses a lot of freaking calculation. And if there's millions of players, we need way more data centers, and that's horrible for the environment. Or maybe we, like, in that context, we use AI for something else and not an LLM. If that were the case, they would put me in the video game themselves, would they not? I mean, this is actually a plot point in one of my favorite novels. Oh, hey there, Arch. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I smell politics. Maybe slightly, but we haven't talked that much politics. But yeah, let's hope we can summon the great Kaiser Karmazin. Hope you're doing good, Arch. I actually got the shiny Toxel, finally. And now we're hunting for shiny sandy cheeks. But yeah, that consciousness is being used as AI in video games. Like, that's a thing that happens in Surface Detail, written by Ian Banks. And it's freaking horrifying, let me tell you. It's basically they have virtual healths. And like I said in my Worst Fates in Fiction video, and one of these simulated healths, they use these consciousnesses that have been tortured for a really long time that went completely nuts, so insane, and then they reuse them as cannon fodder in video games that they have. Like, that is just wow. Ian Banks definitely does not disappoint with his horrifying ideas sometimes that he has. Speaking of Fire Emblem, this is a free houses. Oh yeah, true. Haven't really played it much. Maybe played it once briefly and that's it. I'm not really that into Final Fantasy. What the hell am I saying? Fire Emblem. Brain, are we not braining again? Actually, I just had a horrible sleep. Well, not maybe horrible, but very superficial. And I'm not like Jeannot, I can't function on bad sleep. I do not possess that power, unfortunately. I'm doing good in all caps, so that means that you're really doing good. That's great. Not actual consciousness, but arterial. Yeah, okay, that would be... Okay, I agree to that, but it just made me think of that plot point in Surface Detail. Sounds like a social experiment that went south. Like that social experiment? Which one? There were several that went south. The prison experiment, the sleep experiment. Hot take, I have yet to find a Final Fantasy that I like, but I love Fire Emblem. The one that I like the most, I'm also not really into Final Fantasy either. So that wasn't really me. I mean, I was saying a factually correct statement about myself, but wrong F, like video game starting with an F. But the one that I like the most, Final Fantasy 3 or 6, the one on the SNES. The others I played briefly and then I got bored because I just don't really, I don't know. I'm not that, like, Pokemon is pretty much the JRPG that I play, and all the others not so much. Even like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, great game, but it's not like I played it a bajillion times. Although I would like to see a Kirby RPG. If you have to adapt to that style, even though you are a night owl, like, biorhythm has been disturbed for years, and yeah. I'm not a night owl, but I'm not a morning, like an early bird either. I'm an afternoon, an afternoon albatross? I don't know. Wanted a alliterative name. But yeah, afternoon is usually where I'm the most productive, or where the brain is braining the most, pretty much. Have I been pronouncing Jono's name wrong? Does it really matter? I don't know. Jono, does it matter? I pronounce it how I would pronounce it because It is a French name. That's how they pronounce it. Was the experiment where they ate each other or something? Yeah, you need to be way more specific with the experiment thing, because there's so many that went south. The milligram one, which you could argue also went south, but although not as much as the others. Stop brain, this is not Pokemon Home. Keep forgetting that Y in this game doesn't do what it does in Home. The Y button. You're an afternoon crap, you. I could type how I've pronounced it, I guess. Yeah, okay, I mean, with these international names, I mean, I get that I actually asked Ahmed several times if I'm mispronouncing his name. I mean, that could be. Does it even matter? Call me Steve, Shannon, Sven, Jano, Dude, Mate, whatever. The man who goes by many names. Dude, Mate, whatever. That doesn't sound nice. I pronounce it G-Not. Oh god, I sorry, I know, like, don't take this the wrong way. I just kind of cringe internally when Americans see the word, or no, not the word, the name Jean, and then they say Jean. I don't know. It's just when you grow up and you have to learn French, and you actually know people who have that name, like Jeannot or Jean or Jeannette. Then you pronounce it, you've always heard it being pronounced that way, and when then there's a English speaking person who says Jean, you just kind of twitch a little. You have many names too. You have the Mushroom Pocket 8504, the Mushroom Pocket 99, and the Discord Mushroom something. That's your Discord hand. That's pretty funny. That made me chuckle. That's what makes America. Yeah, that's true. It's a pretty cool, chill playlist. Love and Peace, Gran Turismo 5. Ah, okay. Racing games usually have really good music. Or just car games in general. I guess it is to... I mean, you want to have good music playing in your really cool supercar, I suppose. I think because they pronounce Jean similar to jeans, then... Yeah, I mean... That's how... a mind who grows up with English would pronounce it, yeah. I kind of feel bad for twitching or cringing, because, like, I should shut up. Not everyone grows up needing to learn French, and not everyone has the same upbringing as I do. It's just so still just like, huh? Why do you pronounce it like that? Like that Attack on Titan character, Jean Kirstein. People always going Jean Kirstein, and like, oh, it's Jean. It's a French Jean, at least I think it's supposed to be. The anime or the manga has a lot of European names. Hey the Decepticon AI, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? And oof, my voice suddenly became really hoarse. Let me drink something. Shout out to Lutze Boya Zeese Fiets Fuberbush. Probably almost none of you understood what the hell I just said, but that is sweet cider, non-alcoholic cider from Luxembourg, and I keep buying it in bulk. It's so freaking amazing. I could drink liters of that stuff, but it's let's just say you shouldn't. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I hope you also have a good evening, Decepticon AI. Who are we deceiving nowadays, AI? Evil AI, apparently. My neighbor called Jean says it's short for Jeanette. I mean, I need to research that, but I think Jean morphed from John. And we're back at the John obsession. And I think that comes from Johannes. As in English he's referred to John the Baptist. I think that's where that's also my name actually shares the same, like, I guess name family. My other names include the Fanda Shroom Pocket. Okay, I'm not gonna read the AKA, that's SEDSRRAM. Wow, okay. You can also call me Case, Fando Mushroom, Fandom Mushroom, Friendly Mushroom, Mr. Mushroom, Fandom Shroom Pot. Oh wow, you have... Wow, you're making like Allah look weird with only his... What was it again? Muslim said he has 99 names or 999 names. I keep... Which one it is? Oh, I'm saying blasphemous things. Shroomy. And Case. How do you spell the name of the non-alcoholic cider? I doubt that you can buy that anywhere other than Luxembourg, but I'll type it. Because we call it Feets. And it's like that apple cider, but not with alcohol. It's from Beerbusch, which is a place in Luxembourg. I don't, like, I would severely doubt it that you could get it anywhere else, but then again, I have seen our national milk, Luxley, actually being sold in Germany and in France. Like, even in Sweden, apparently. I mean, I wasn't there to see it, but people in the subreddit of Luxembourg certainly like to share that. I'd have to bring some home for my parents to try. I mean, you've definitely had it, James, when you were at our place. But I don't know if you are allowed to bring bottles like that, like bottles of liquid, bottles, like drinks like that through the airport. Then again, you did it with Oasis, which I think is weird, considering that I remember them not being happy you having that in the suitcase, but well. Maybe it'll work again. Just saying, Richard and Dick, yeah, they are essentially the same name, which is weird. I love Dickens cider. What? My neighbor Jean, she pronounces it as Jean, or my neighbor Jean pronounces it as Jean. You never know, because, I mean, is it unionized or is it unionized? Depends on the context. Written exactly the same, but pronounced differently. I mean, would you buy it when I come see you and bring it? Yeah, I mean, that's what I meant. And you've had it before. It's really tasty. It's short for something. I wonder what. A whole sentence. Remember when you asked Ricky and he said it was okay? Ah, yes, now I do remember, but it's still like, I wonder what that was, where my, excuse me, where my parents want to bring something and we just got told, no, you can't have that even in your suitcase. Let me bring it on the plane itself in my backpack, but they were fine with it in the suitcase. Okay, then what is all the deal with, keep these fluids like that, and, oh well. Not really looking to fly anytime soon anyway. You can transport drinks in checked baggages as long as they are sealed or protected. Okay, that's the rule then. Thank you. Thank you for clearing out that misconception. But then again, that just goes to show that I barely fly. I know, I don't... How many times have you been onto a plane? Rico, probably a lot of times. I think I can count my times I was on a plane on one hand. Yeah, wait. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, 2 hands. 6 times I think I was in a plane. Back and forth. And that's it. And well, I do want to keep it that way. Probably not gonna be that way. At one point I might have to go on a plane again, but if I had the money, I'd actually prefer taking the slower route, like a ferry. My mom's boyfriend even worked for Luxair, and she knows that stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry if I failed at that, but then again, that was a long time ago, and I don't really... Yeah, I've flown 6 times, so that goes to show that's not a lot. Sir Emperor Dictator Supreme Royal and Majestic Highness of Great Awesome Power and Extreme Dominance. Oh wow, what a title. Accidentally deleted my own message. Oh. Where else have you flown besides Maldives? Spain 2 times. And Greece. No Japan for me. Well, I mean, yeah, if I want to go to Japan, I need to board a plane, right? I mean, there's also cruises that take you there, but that is much more expensive. Well, let's see. Maybe I can actually do Japan, go to Japan without having to resort to a plane. But yeah, Japan is on my bucket list, definitely. What I've seen from people who I know, well, one of them is here. Rico, you've been to Japan multiple times, if I'm not mistaken. And also, another friend, I don't want to, like, directly say his name, but I think you know who I mean. Friend of yours, Rico, who went to Japan so many times. Who also speaks a bit of Japanese. Every time I look at the pictures and everything and what people told me, just makes me want to go even harder, but... Although I must say I'm not a fan of the politician that they elected, but oh well. Where can I really say that I'm a fan of politicians? I think that's another thing that I can count on one hand. So yeah, luggage is regulated, but hand luggage is a lot stricter. Check-in luggage can hold many stuff, from food, alcohol, and even tobacco, as long as they follow customs regulation. I did see a lot of videos on YouTube where customs stopped people because they were transporting food. And it looks like there's a list of food that you can bring, but other things, I think, like meats and cheese and everything they can contain. Well, yeah, parasites and other stuff that they don't want cross-contamination. There's also certain seeds or certain herbs that you can take with you. My dad tried to bring home beers from Sweden, but they got taken from him at the airport. He was allowed to keep the fruit juice, though. I think it's just alcohol you're not allowed to bring back. Oh, okay. Okay, so no alcohol, so no whiskey or wine from Italy either. You need to ship that to yourself, I guess. Smuggled a live hermit crab from Fort Sama all the way back to the... Are you serious, Venmings? That poor crab. Why did you take it with you then? You know that sometimes you can introduce parasites to an area that weren't there before, and that can have devastating consequences, so I wouldn't really do that a lot if I were you. I hope that hermit crab was alright. I've only been to Japan once for now, but I have been to South Korea and the US as well, sites that I've traveled through probably half of Europe. Yeah, you have traveled so much, I would say. Yeah, US, I also never set foot onto the US. South Korea, neither. The furthest away I've been, that was the Maldives. That was Asian, but other than that, only Europe. Never traveled to anywhere except maybe alternate realities and or timelines. The right kind of mushroom, isn't that right, Mr. Mushroom? Wild caught was a pretty color. James, did you delete your message again by accident? That's also a theme that's just timeless. This time I meant to delete it, meant to say thankfully I don't drink, so not an issue for me. There's a champagne called Paul Carson, or Paul Carlson? No, Carson. That my dad ordered from France because of our last name. Yeah, same that. Probably if it's from France, it's Paul Carson. The son of cars. Got a thought in, since I'll be in Thailand hopefully for 3 weeks, I could just jump over to the other Asian countries for a day or two. Yeah, that's actually possible. I definitely want to see pictures of Thailand. I mean, I know some like other people who go to Thailand pretty often. Apparently there's places where you have every single thing ever. And the pictures I saw with street food and apparently they have a very specific gold economy and everything. It's like a whole world on its own. He's a saltwater crab and setup was a 60G freshwater tank. He didn't live long because my flower horn ate him. Oh, poor baby. Rip that crab. And yes, I care about the crab. I don't care if it's a... Dogs are not inherently more important than a hermit crab, even though most people would love dogs more, which I kind of get, but inherently also the hermit crab deserves empathy. Didn't make up those nicknames, by the way. Someone frequently talk to gave me all of... even a super long one? Are you sure? Sorry, I ran into you again. It'll take a lot. And we will go to Nam 100%, another place I don't know the name of. Oh, Nam! I've heard great things about Nam. And people's telling me that I should go there, but then again, I'm broke anyway, so that'll have the weight. Although there is one dream thing that I really want to do, and for all the Luxembourgers here in chat, which, I mean, there's 2 of them. If you ever heard of the congé sans solde, I think I might actually take that if I... So the thing is, there are cruise ships that do a 180-day round trip around the world, where you will also see Japan and the Maldives and China and Thailand and so many countries. And well, it does cost a lot, but I would definitely take a long break from work that's not paid just to have that dream realized, because it's a way to go around the world and travel without having to go on a plane. I know, the fear is irrational that I have. Absolutely. But it's not just the fear, it's also the... it's the worst in terms of pollution. Because with a lot of yachts now, well, yachts aren't really that much better either, but at least there's yachts now that don't use any like diesel or fuel. Used to raise caterpillars as a kid and the same butterfly came back like twice a day. I could tell it was the same one. Oh, because of the exact same pattern? Except the super long one, which I made up before I gained a brain. Okay, interesting. And the Case one, which your parents named you Case? Would you do the same? I was thinking if Pokemon had more than one shiny form, imagine the struggle if you only get one shiny and never the other one. Oh man, every Pokemon has a pink version. I need to get every single one. And I never get the actual one that I want. I mean, it's the same thing with the female and male combi, or Salandit, right? Where only the female one is really usable. Because they can evolve, the male ones can't, which, I mean, come on, that's kind of poor dudes. My bros, my dudes also deserve an evolution, but anyway. Like, there was one streamer who I briefly watched who... I think he hatched like 10 male shiny combis before he got a female shiny one. That was just... oh my god. Forgot the name. But I think it's really easy to find on YouTube though. Someone in this chat said they don't drink. I will drink for the two of us and have perfect IV Pokemon. Are those two related, or do you need a good drink for the perfect IVs? Yeah, I don't drink either, so you can drink for me too then. I mean, I drink water and stuff, but yeah, I don't drink alcohol. Don't really need it. Like, all of these challenges that people say, like, oh my god, Becky, would you do, like, not 1 year not drinking any booze for 10 million? I'm like, yeah, give me. Hey, my whole life is this. Where's my soon 32 million euros? Give me that crap immediately. Like, wow, easiest challenge ever. Imagine if every Pokemon evolved at level 100. Oh god, no. Yeah, some things you don't want to imagine. Wasn't there a movie about that? 180 Days Around the World or something? Could be. It's AIDA Cruises. AIDA. They do that. It costs 50,000 euros or something. So, yeah. I mean, it is a dream. If I'll ever get around to doing that, who knows? But then at least you'd have seen every continent. Except maybe Antarctica, which that's also on my bucket list. And yes, there are cruises that take you to Antarctica. That exists too. So I might actually get around to seeing places without having to resort to a plane. And I wouldn't go if I had to pay the plane ticket, to be honest, since same here, brokey, yeah. And they cost a lot. I mean, I think the one in Maldives was $1,500 on its own, if I remember correctly. And we didn't take business class. We were too broke for that. We took the lowest, cheapest class. Your parents didn't name you that? Case. Fine wine you cannot say no to. No, I can actually. Try me. Hey there, Nick Gamer. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Beer and the rest of that cheap BS, sure, throw it away. You can have everything. You can all have all the wine, Jono. I'm not drinking away any wine that you might want to have, so isn't that a good thing? Same as I'm not gonna eat any cilantro-based things away, because there's no way that I'm gonna touch that. I got the oh, it tastes like soap gene, which I didn't want, but then again, who consents to the genes that they receive? Can't even consent to being alive, actually, if you really think about it. None of us consented to be born. It's literally impossible to consent to one's existence. Just got a notification on my phone to be a flight attendant because they're hiring. Huh, we were talking about planes and then suddenly you get that. Interesting. I saw a TV advert for Antarctica cruises the other day. Yeah, they actually do them, and I actually had the pleasure of talking to, well, it was a boomer, so they could afford it, but they were there, like a French person. They took that cruise, and yeah, they got to see live emperor penguins, and wow, I want to be freaking there. I want to see emperor penguins, and you're not allowed to touch them at all. But it's okay if they come very close to you and touch you, that's fine. But because of several conservation efforts and laws, you are not allowed to, like, unfortunately it's illegal to go there and hug the penguin as much as you love them. And I kind of wish that my animal magnetism will work, do its charm, its wonders, and the animal will touch me. I just wanna feel that floof just once. Chunky Pingu, come on, they have to let me. Yeah, take the champagne and the wine, absolutely. About this idea, start a trio that are not fire, grass and water. They need to have 2 evolutions. Which would you pick for every type? Oh, you mean like, also like a triangle, as in one is super effective against the other one, that one is super effective against the third one, and that third one is super effective against the first one? Because there's a video, I remember, a pretty good video about someone going through all the types and seeing which types would work. What was it again? Dark, fighting, psychic. I think that's a triangle that they made. Cilantro, you mean soap? Oh, you're also cursed with that. Yeah, remember when we went to Shriva's birthday and she picked, I think it was her birthday, and she picked a specific restaurant, and they had a lot of Thai stuff. And I was like, okay, do you have anything on the menu with 0 cilantro? And the waiter was just looking at me like, okay, I swear I wish it didn't taste like soap to me, okay? I'm not proud of having that. It sucks. I'll drink for you all so that drop may never touch the soul. Can AIs have liver damage? I guess if you don't have a liver, then you don't... I don't know. Cilantro is called coriander here. I think one is the seed and the other is the herb. But it doesn't matter, both to me taste like soap. I don't want wine, complain enough as it is. Well, that's a different kind of wine. Whining. Wine sounds like wine, yeah, exactly. Like to think of starter Pokemon types as rock, paper, yeah, exactly. Like the one defeats the other triangle. Or closed circle. You send it to me on Discord, alright. That sounds wrong, but sure, giggity. Electric Frank Route was one as well. Yeah, that's another one. That would even be one with 2 immunities. Doesn't that give you the Christmas spirit? Even though, I mean, I'm wearing the cozy sweaters now and the scarves and everything, but I don't know, not really in the Christmas mood. But then again, I'm not that kind of, oh my god, it's Christmas kind of person. In some ways, I'm very stereotypically girly, but in these ways, no. I also don't really care about pumpkin spice lattes. Never understood the appeal. And fall or autumn isn't my favorite season. Not by far. I mean, it's summer. Even though summer will get worse and worse. Thank you, climate change. My godmother had a friend who went to Antarctica. Never got to meet the friend, but I'd have so many questions if I did. Oh yeah, I mean, that person I talked to was someone from a French astronomer, hobby astronomer club. And man, I asked him so many questions, but he answered all of them, and it's really interesting. Also, Antarctica apparently does have citizens, but pretty much all of them are scientists. but they don't really have city-states. So if you do sleep there, it's only like those science stations. You can pretty much only sleep in there or on a ship, nowhere else. There's no real infrastructure, like, with the exception of these research stations. And Antarctica is pretty big. You could walk 10 hours in one direction and, like, get lost pretty easily. You also have a guide there. There are strict rules that what you're allowed to do. Also, I mean, it's like really freaking cold there, and I can't believe that I'm saying this, but he said so many people who booked the tickets with the cruise, they apparently didn't bring adequate warm coats. Like, are you serious? Don't tell me you want to go to the Antarctic, freaking coldest place on Earth, and then you say, oh yeah, I don't need to bring a warm coat or anything. Nah, I'm just gonna go with a normal winter coat. Like, are you stupid? Minus 70 degrees Celsius and you just think your normal winter coat is gonna cut it? With the blizzard and the ice storms that they have there? Well, it depends on what, like, when you go. Six-year-old me was obsessed by Antarctica, and honestly I still am. I mean, it is interesting, right? You mean pumpkin spice lattes? Ew, lattes coffee. Bleh. Of course, people don't like fall, they would become brown. With the puns back at it again, never disappointing. We'd stop using jackets and go back to cloaks of all kinds. I always wear a Ruana cloak. Best purchase I ever made. Thanks, person from Ireland that made it. Oh, yeah, what are those? That's a very specific type of cloak. Maybe explain it to me. Or the chat, if you want. If not, then I'm just gonna look it up. But I've heard about these cloaks. Like summer, like hot, same. Not too hot. I mean, to be fair, 36 degrees Celsius in Italy are not the same as 36 degrees in Luxembourg. And just as we are talking about summer, the most summery music on this playlist is playing. Very fitting. Autumn and summer are the best seasons. Maybe if you get snow in winter, then it's fine sometimes as well. Just with the winter, unscratching your car. I mean, that's a first world problem, right? Not a real problem, but yeah, I always was a summer girl. And spring is really nice too. Would you get lost if you sprinted 10 hours in one direction? I mean, on the Antarctic without any map or any navigational device, absolutely. Winter is good when there's snow. Well, here's the neat thing about climate change. I don't think we're gonna see snow that much. I mean, already I can definitely remember pre-2000s, so 90s winters and the early 2000s winters having much more snow. Like, there was so much more snow. We actually built so many snowmen. We went outside to play in the snow specifically. We even had like wooden sleighs that we would go onto, but like now, maybe a couple of winters where it was really snowy for a day or a week. But other than that, nah. It's just freaking horribly cold. $47. And there's snow, yeah, exactly. Don't get much snow anymore, so I started hating that. Yeah, exactly, we get that fake snow slush. Disgusting, it makes your car super dirty. It's very slippery, it's not fun like snow. Latte ass. I'm just picturing someone liquefying a latte ass and pouring it into a cup of coffee. That is horrifying. And no, I don't think I would drink that. I guess it has Christmas bells in it, so that counts as winter Christmas music. Arowana is an open front sleeveless garment that is draped over the body, unlike a poncho which has a head opening and is a closed garment. Basically, it can be easily made. Oh, okay, so it's not like a poncho, you just don't wear it like that. Okay, probably also handmade, which I compliment because I love, like in the age of plastic everywhere and AI making slop and everything being hyper capitalistically just pushed out, just make, produce. I really love just a person making it by hand with love. Right, lady crosses her arms again, that's a good thing. Does it keep you warm? I suppose it keeps you warm really well. Well, if the AMOC stream, like that wind stream collapses due to climate change, then we're gonna have really cold winters. Like really freaking cold winters. Not looking forward to that either. Literally a blanket with a slit in it, and that's a hole for the head. Made from some twine, some local sheep wool. Oh, nice. Could ask Cosmic Cam, he should know. Oh, that sounds really good. And again, bonus points for the, like, someone making it by hand. The cold makes me cold-hearted. Oh, that's not good. Never go somewhere like Siberia where it's really cold, then you'll become a psychopath. Yeah, this is a good playlist. Actually, this one I think I'll copy it in the chat if anyone also wants to listen to that on their own or for later. If I could do it without wearing a jacket anymore, all I need is the cloak and a thicker sweater up until -10 degrees, it's good enough. After that, okay, yeah. But then again, I don't think I have something against colder than -10 degrees. Because with that, like, you need something really specific. I will become a porky, oh dear lord, please, no. We need to keep you warm at all times, Mushroom Pocket. At every single second, you need to be warm. Will I have it on anyways when you come to you on Christmas Eve? Yeah, I mean, I'll still let you know because it could be that I'm not at home. I don't know yet. Oh wait, I just thought you meant, for some reason, like, New Year's Eve, but no, Christmas Eve. Well, I don't know what you wanted to do, but for Christmas Eve, the 24th, I'm invited somewhere to eat. If you're planning to go back to Terme, which ones? In December, I wonder what would be like in the cold. Which ones? I went to so many spa places with you. You need to be more specific now. The one in France? The one in Germany? Elsie might become a mushroom porky. Yes, exactly. Or Hades. Oh, Hades from Kid Icarus, you mean. I remember you ranting about that specific person. Or character, rather. I mean, it's Hades. He's not supposed to be a really friendly, approachable god. It's Pluto, the god of death in the underworld. Oh no, not the god of death. That would be Thanatos. My bad. The god of the underworld. That's more correct. Sorry, Greek mythology fans. I just committed a sin. Please forgive me. Alright, next one. Number 52 already. Oh, the one in Saarland? Okay, yeah. That's the German one. No, remember the one in France we went to? Where there's an outside part where, like on the inside, the water is really salty and warm. And there's a stream going through, and you can just let yourself go with the flow, literally. And there's an outside part too. That is pretty neat in winter. He is still the most sympathetic and got compared to the a-hole combo of Zoo. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that is absolutely true. Not arguing with that. The god of the damned. Well, are all in the underworld damned? The one that... The neutral ones, are they damned? I don't know, I think... What was it again? The Elysium Fields? That's the good... That's heaven. Then there's another place where normal common people go. And then there's Tartarus, that is where, that's essentially Greek hell. So those I would say are the damned, like Sisyphus and Tantalus, which, yeah, that's where the word tantalize comes from, or tantalizing. Said that in the worst fates video as well. Wouldn't mind going back to that France one unless it's too far. Haven't been in winter. Actually, I think you were there or we were there in winter, but then again, we could do it again. Oh, it's from a song, I see. Post a link to the song. Okay, thanks. Right, this is number 54 now. No. Some really chunky cheeks though, gotta give it to him. Hey there, Ariam Reeses. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? And we're getting a raid from him. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Should definitely raid you back. I mean, this is the third time you've raided me. Haven't raided you back, which I owe you one. I owe you several. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much and welcome, raiders. I hope you are having a good time. The UFO for winter, no. Cause that one, I don't know, that one isn't really... I mean, that's the pool section, right? The sauna and spa sections, and you didn't go to that one, we just went to the pool one, and that one is, it's okay. All good, no need. How's the shiny hunt going? Oh, I can show it again. I got the shiny that I was looking for a while now. And for a while, I mean a couple of streams, but yeah. I got the shiny Toxel over odds, but definitely worth it. A great ball as well. I mean, not a great ball, but a love ball, as in literally a great ball, not the great ball, but yeah, you get my point. And yeah, let's put these 3 non-shiny squirrels into their box. Wow, X3 already. Yeah, thank you. And I'm very happy about it too. In my opinion, Porky, he may be incredibly evil, but he's also one of the weakest villains from Nintendo's lineup of... Yeah, I never say he's the strongest, but hateable, absolutely. The weakest being the Plasm Wraith. Okay, why is the Plasm Wraith the weakest one? I would say something from Yoshi's story or something, like that boss that's just a pushover. Yeah, the UFO, the outdoor part, I mean, it's like a swimming pool, it's not heated, no thanks. Do you still hate Darkrai? Hey there, the Sacrificial, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? And yeah, I still do hate Darkrai, although it's been since nerfed, it's not as much of a nuisance as it used to be back then when I played Generation 4 competitive online. Or just Pokemon Battle Revolution was freaking everywhere. At the point where I used a really weird strategy. Something very niche like Ariados, because Ariados has the insomnia ability, so it can't fall asleep, and it's also a bug type with a decent attack stat. But then again, Ariados kind of sucks otherwise. Posted in Discord, literally that one, and if you get one yourself, they are over 160. Okay, that's my size roughly. Get the L since the other is way too short. Oh, okay, thank you for the heads up on that. Light Ray. No, Light Rai. Dark Rai and Light Rai. Gotta go eat and get ready for work. Enjoy the hunt and hope you get the shiny chonk soon. Thank you. I really hope I get it soon too. And yeah, thank you for the stopping by to say hi, and also for the raid. And I wish you a wonderful day at work. Tweed and wool. Oh, nice. Yeah, wool is finally I'm not allergic to wool anymore, so that's why I've actually gotten wool sweaters now. Finally I can wear them without having to scratch myself the whole freaking time. Plasma Wraith is the weakest because of his size. At least when compared to... Ah, okay, that's what you mean. Okay, I guess. Because everything in Pikmin is much smaller. This may come as a disappointment, but Olimar is the weakest Nintendo hero for this... Yeah, okay. I mean, in Smash, he's not his real size, right? His real size is, what, 5 centimeters or something? Or even smaller than that. Hey there, human name. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Got the shiny Toxel finally. Now we are on to Sandy Cheeks. So that's going really nice. Have to sleep, but thanks for streaming. Well, thank you for stopping by, and again, thank you so much for becoming a member again. I really appreciate it. I can't put it into words how much I appreciate it. And I wish you a good night. Sleep tight and do not let the British bedbugs bite. If you have any questions, the maker and all the stuff will be real quick to answer. Yeah, I mean, if you're really happy with that, I bet. Some really good songs that I like, some really not so well known songs. Okay, that's from okay, that's from Paper Mario Origami. Okay, I never played that. Stopped playing after the Wii Paper Mario games. I mean, as for the Paper Mario franchise, of course. Well, Pikmin may be able to take on a Bulborb, and the Bulbs are basically beetles or whatever. Imagine the Pikmin at their real size going against, say, Bowser or Giratina. Okay, Pokemon, again, I mean, Pokemon are maybe an exception there because, I mean, you got really cute little rats that can throw fire at you. Wonder if there are any Silk songs. Number 59. Abortion bill has been passed yesterday. Tomorrow the last round of the bill is made where it gets amended. Oh right, was that today? Oh god. I know there's one last... was again one last mayor vote in one state somewhere. And it played much more left-wing than people thought it was gonna be. Oh, that song again. Is that a... Okay, seems to be a playlist that, as always, as they always do, repeat. But honestly, the song selection has been so good I don't even mind. Especially this one. Which is so freaking cute. What state? Ah, I'm trying to figure out. Let me check. I watched a video about it today. So why am I drawing a blank now? So I'm taking that information in, but not the name. Huh, I love you, brain. Like everything gets stored, but what was the name again? No, no idea. Wait, I don't actually want to go there. Tennessee. That's what it is. And James just sent me the video again. Funny that he recorded that by mistake and that was the shiny moment. Happy coincidence. Oh, you meant Faroese Islands. Oh god, sorry. I was thinking about the US. I thought that maybe something happened there. Oh god, excuse my stupidity. That I wasn't aware of. How did it get ruled? Like in favor of abortion or against it? Send the link to the song. I'm gonna listen to that after the stream because, well, during the stream it's kind of hard. And it might have a copyright flag, so gotta be careful with that. Wow, there was one with horrible IVs. Where was it? Not you, not you, not you. I mean, horrible, not horrible, but... Like, dude, no. Sorry, have a good life out there, buddy. Well, then again, this Pokemon isn't exactly competitive, so maybe I shouldn't care either way. And yeah, I'll try to think of when the stream is at the end, then I'm gonna get all the shinies out in one team and do the camping option so we can all stare at them. In favor-ish, okay. Bill is in favor, but depending on how it gets amended, it will be nothing. Okay, oof. As it says, as if it's okay. Well, let's hope that it gets amended in a good way. Kind of like in Luxembourg, like it is legal, but still there's a lot of stigma attached to abortion, and you still have doctors who refuse to do it. Like, it's another thing that's legal on paper, but in actuality it's not exactly like that. Or in Germany, where you can't say as a doctor, I perform abortions, like you can't advertise for that. I mean, you can get one, but you can't really advertise, so okay. It's not like you should do ads of do more abortions. Of course we don't want that, but like that's a last resort kind of thing. And I don't really know that many women who are like, oh, oops, I didn't use contraception and I got pregnant again. I guess I'm gonna abort again. I know maybe one person who was careless like that, but... And then again, that's not exactly great for their body either, so they're doing damage to themselves. I mean, it depends, of course, but... Reminds me of the post where someone breeds Lapras and released them because they were endangered. A Game Freak redacted in a Pokedex. Yeah, exactly. The Lapras population stabilized. Yeah, I remember that post. It's very wholesome. Very cute. Just a kid doing that. It's just so wholesome. I hope that they got a shiny out of it. Like, shiny Lapras, that's a really good one. And Lapras is actually named after a guy named Laplace. Which, that's also interesting. Also, the German system has an effing long process to get an abortion, even if it... Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why so many German women go somewhere, like another EU country, to have an abortion. Because I talked to German women and they told me the process is just super long. You have to go through counseling. Well, okay, Germany is still much more Christian than they would like to admit that they are. Not the math Laplace. I know, with limits and stuff, I've had it in math too. University. No, not that one. Not the mathematician. Laplace demon is a thing, yeah. There's also in math Laplace. If you go with limits and limit theory, I think also discrete mathematics, you're gonna... Yeah, Laplace transformations, exactly. I don't want to be a dick or anything, but if it has to go, it has to go. Easy as... Yeah. Want to destroy your own life just like that? Well, yeah, nah. And if you get it, that's what adoption is. Yeah. I mean, I am pro-choice, right? Which I hate that the others call themselves, like the opposition calls themselves pro-life. Because they are not pro-life, they are pro-birth. Because once you say, okay, when the baby's there, then the same people who are supposedly for the sanctity of life, they don't want their taxes to go to subsidies like social welfare systems and safety nets. And none of them want to adopt either. Well, not none of them, but you know what I mean. It's just, come on. And yes, it is. I also am of that opinion. It is a controversial stance, but it is better to not exist at all rather than to exist in a really bad way. It's better to not be born at all rather to be born into a really horrible circumstance. Or just in general, people say, oh yeah, but just have the baby anyway. Have the kid anyway and raise them. Children can feel if they are unwanted, and I mean, I went to different therapy places, and you know, these places were freaking filled with kids or teenagers who were not wanted, and they just got depressed because of that. And also with adoption, that is true. But the adoption thing doesn't really cover the fact that pregnancy in and of itself can actually be a huge risk for the female body. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it doesn't come without any risks. It can give you changes that you might not want. Some women actually can get autoimmune diseases that they don't have the genes for that because of a stressed pregnancy. Suddenly they can have develop one. Pregnancies are still a risky state to be in. Even if our bodies are made for it, it's still very risky. A lot of it can go wrong. And it's just I mean, I've never been pregnant before. And, well, I mean, I would be in a shock if I were right now. I'm testing regularly. Not because I want one, but yeah, right now, no. I want to, like I said before on many streams, I do want to be a mom at one point in my life, but I want to have a stable life, a job, a good, stable financial position, my own place to live, where my future is actually stable and secure, and then I want to try for a kid. But right now, I wouldn't give them for adoption. If it wasn't too late to do the fetus deletus eatus kind of thing. Jeez. Just that expression, but anyway, gotta take it with a little bit of humor, don't we? If it would be too late, I mean, I'd keep the baby, but... Because there's a certain... What was it again? The 12th? No, the 3rd month after that, no more aborting, because then it has a heartbeat and then it's illegal. Except for medical emergencies, of course. But like, I want to give my kid the best possible life that I can, and right now it would just be so irresponsible of having a child. So yeah. And I mean, my body, my choice, right? Goes for the other women too. Their body, their choice. It's none of my business what they do with it. Pregnant, pregante, pregnard. Classic video, absolutely. The only pro-birth I support if it's a breeding kink. Okay. Very tolerant and open-minded of you. Also if the fetus has a different blood type. Oh right, there's a thing that can happen when the woman is a rhesus negative blood type and she has an embryo that is rhesus positive. That can actually be very dangerous for the fetus. Like that one can actually get attacked by the immune system of the woman, of the mother. Luckily I don't have that. I am 0 positive, so I am rhesus factor positive. So it doesn't matter if what rhesus factor my future child has. Luckily, and I mean my husband has the same blood type, so I think most, if not all of our children are gonna have 0 plus. Or O plus, however you call it. Never get kids until you're ready and stable, otherwise it's no bueno for anyone involved. Yeah, exactly. My mother-in-law, I mean, she means well, but it's kind of like, okay, stop annoying me and asking me for grandchildren. I know that you really want to have them, but like, okay, I mean, in this small apartment and none of us have a job? Like, no, it's just not responsible. And you know what the really funny thing is? Right now, I am not entitled to any like monetary benefits. Like, I don't know, there's no really English term for that, but money you get from the government, like disability things, but not disability. When you don't work and you get that, in Germany they have that, in France they have in many EU countries. But I don't apply for that because, well, my parents are too much of good middle class, so I guess not broke enough for that. But if I were to have a kid, like have a baby, I would get money from the government. Like, isn't that a bad incentive? I mean, just doesn't really make that much sense. Not Dr. Fetus, he will blow you. Oh yeah, Dr. Fetus, that is an evil bastard. From Meat Boy game. When the woman is a racist negative blood type was what I... Oh god, no, please, no racism in the blood type, as a blood type, god, no. Could still be O negative. Yeah, but because my own body, my own blood type has the positive rhesus factor. So RHESUS, it comes from the rhesus monkey. That's where we first discovered these blood types. But my body's already making that protein, so if my baby were to have negative rhesus factor, which I don't think any of both my and my husband's family have, so I don't think that's gonna happen. But suppose that magically happens, I don't know. God ascends, and instead of giving me baby Jesus number 2, he says, thou shall have a rhesus negative blood type baby. Let's suppose that happens. That would still be no problem, because I don't... Like, my body is used to both. Like, the absence of these proteins doesn't trigger a autoimmune response to that, if that makes sense. I should donate blood, but I'm too lazy to answer the form. Well, I wanted to donate blood for a very long time because my blood tests also, they always come back really nice, pretty much perfect. So the reason they didn't want my blood was because I'm taking the oral contraceptive pill. So apparently that is a no-no, but like they could filter that out. And now they're crying, oh, we don't have enough blood reserves in Luxembourg. Yeah, well then, why do you tell people like me, no, you can't donate blood because you take the oral contraceptives? You can filter that out. We have that technology. I mean, the same technology is being used for dialysis. I mean, it's just like, usually these people who do that, they have Christian sponsored, like the Red Cross, and you'd think they go by scientific principles, but unfortunately they don't. Not always. Your choice, that's true. Don't give those vampires what they want for free. Oh yeah, you're gonna pay me for that. By far not enough. Really want to translate the blood donor from here because it's effing unhinged. What do you mean? Oh, did they ask you, oh, do you have sex with the same gender or something? Because that's another crazy thing. My husband also, because he has the same blood type as me, and the 0 or O blood type is the best one for donating blood. It's the universal blood type. And he got rejected because he had to answer, also we had to answer a form, and one question was about sexuality, and well, my husband is technically, he is pansexual, so he doesn't care about gender, and that makes him too homosexual and too much of a risk to give blood, which is such BS because he's not gonna have an STD when he's... I mean, do I need to spell this out? He is boning me, I'm boning him, we're not boning anyone else. So, isn't that the most safe thing? In terms of giving blood? We don't have any STDs. What is this? This is just bigotry. They just think, oh, when you're homosexual, you are more likely to have STDs or things like that. No, not necessarily. Don't know my blood type. Maybe I'm typeless, or that would be very weird. I refuse to do blood donation. Oh, out of the specific reason? I mean, not like to judge you. I'm actually really pissed at the Red Cross in Luxembourg because of the all contraceptive thing being a no-no, and my husband not being able to donate blood, even though he's in a heterosexual relationship, stable relationship for pretty much almost the entirety of his life now, and no, that's not good enough. Wait, it's Rhesus for blood type. No, not Rhesus Pieces. If that is your blood type, then that diabetes has gone way too far. We would say Rhesus. R-H-E-S-U-S. Say for the sake of the argument, God said your child is racist negative blood. Oh no! Imagine God be like, oh, you're gonna give birth to a racist. Like, why are you doing this to me, God? What sin have I committed to warrant that punishment? As if you're a gay man. Yeah, exactly. What is it with that? That is such a cliche. They just think that, okay, gay men, maybe because they usually don't use, you know, the rubber, and when you don't use the rubber, and you tend to be at risk, but like, heterosexuals also like can also be like this. I mean, there's heteros out there who treat STDs like they're Pokemon, gonna catch them all. It's just like, oh, come on, we can... I mean, why just not test the person's blood first to see if there's anything wrong? And then you say, okay, if everything is cleared, you're good to go. Like, what is the problem? Homophobia? Oh yeah, Christian homophobia. Lots of bones to give. bone donation. Well, I'm not gonna grow those back really quickly. Now we're having a silly stream again. Same goes for the organ donor program, where I wanted to be part of it, and when I said, oh yeah, by the way, I have autism, they suddenly didn't want that, and then that just confused me. And then I looked the thing up, and there was one case where we still don't really exactly understand what happened, but someone died who was an artist, and he was an organ donor, and that was the heart. Someone got that heart, and then they suddenly became very artistic, and for that just apparently made a moral panic happen. And for that reason, apparently they don't want my organs either. I mean, to be fair, I hope I don't die young, so that has to happen, but then again, yeah, I mean, it's a good thing, being a potential organ donor. Ask the medic from Team Fortress 2 if ribs grow back. Well, he can just magically heal those, so I guess they do. That's a valid option. I'm a Christian, yet I'm not homophobic. Yeah, not every Christian is homophobic. I know some really based Christians. I mean, Kaiser Karmazin is another based Christian. I also know Muslims who are not homophobic. I mean, not every religious person is automatically homophobic. And I know atheists who are very homophobic, so that it's like there's no guarantee, right? Autism transmitted disease. Like, yeah, they legitimate. I mean, the reason for that moral panic was they thought that the autism would come over, like transfer, but that's not how this works. Like, autism is a set of genes that make your blueprint of the brain be like, oh yeah, I want more, maybe roughly more grey matter and less white matter. That's pretty much how you can say or explain what autism is. It's a different blueprint of neurons, of your brain development. So that doesn't transfer in the heart. Like, huh? Oh well. They don't want to be acoustic. Well, less few people in the world, then they're probably not worry. I mean, yeah, it's just crazy because look at my medical records and my blood and everything. It's really tip top. It's really great. I never had a problem, but they don't want it. Okay. At least I know part of the reason why autism is sometimes treated like some terminal illness that needs to be cured. Even though no human has ever died, because it's not even an illness. I mean, every single psychiatrist I asked says illness is actually not it's like, do you want to cure blue eyes? You don't cure blue eyes. Blue eyes is just a genetic mutation. And so is autism. I mean, we found these gene sets in really old, like fossil records of the first humans. So it's just a way to be human, like a different, very specific way. And it's also, right now, why they do the autism spectrum disorder. Like, that is the official name now, and not Kanner's syndrome and Asperger's syndrome anymore. Because it turns out those who are autistic and have like cognitive disabilities, they would have had the cognitive disabilities regardless of the autism. So it's not the autism doing that. But yeah, new science is always coming out. Can be total acid, who doesn't want that? Yeah, I mean, not every kind of autism, but man, if you got the more grey matter in your prefrontal cortex kind of autism, then you can have high IQ autism. I mean, there's some autistic individuals out there who are just vastly more intelligent. Yeah, you don't die of autism, at least not directly, just like you don't die of ADHD. And it's not even the brain being wrong, it's just wired differently. It's a different OS. To be the devil's advocate, autism is a spectrum. Yeah, that's true. Of course, functioning autistic people, but some of them are incapable of living normally without support. Yes, although I would say, maybe even argue that a lot of it is also because of the system that we live in not being aimed towards neurodivergent people, and that would be, well, that would be hard changing that. I mean, I do want to change there. Right, the worst questions in the blood donor form. Have you ever had hormone therapy? I'll continue this. Oh, they ask if you have... But then again, why? Because you can filter these freaking hormones. You can filter almost everything. Except prions, maybe. But then again, that's like a whole other thing. We have dialysis, like the dialysis science has advanced so much. We can filter electrons out of blood. Very specific molecules, like, this is just ideology, nothing else. Or maybe they don't want to put the effort in filtering the blood. You should be doing that anyway, just to be sure. I mean, you don't want everything transferred in a blood fusion, right? You just want the red blood cells. And maybe also in a plasma donation, you just want the plasma. And not the ferritin and all the other binding hormones and all that other crap that is in your blood. First time I've ever heard the word hormone, I confuse it with horoscope. That's something else. You are having Aries hormones. Whatever that means. I feel like it is also a bit of laziness. They don't want to filter stuff only. Yeah, probably. Probably that too. Because, like I said, we have... That's where science really advances as well. I know one person who needs to go to, like, he has only one kidney left, and the kidney he does have left is also not fully working. And he always has to be somewhere close to a hospital, where in the case of an emergency he can go and get a dialysis machine. And he does, like, he keeps telling me that in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s, he was there for hours and hours on end. And he really had to schedule that. Because, well, there were other people who needed the machine as well. And nowadays it's like 2 hours. So the time that where he needs to be hooked up to the machine is drastic. Like, the time difference is immense. And yeah, we just advanced a lot in that aspect. As a certain grumpy hand puppet said, we have the technology, yes. Continued from last comment. Have you, in the past 6 months, traveled to Nordic countries or Germany? Had sex with someone from Africa, Asia, South or Middle America? Okay. Excuse me, what? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, like, oh my god. And yeah, kind of like the questionnaire I was filling out, and then I was like, okay, sure. You don't want it anyway? Okay. And then they be crying, we don't have enough blood reserves. Yeah, well, maybe filter it more. Maybe don't be lazy. Maybe, I mean, if you really need it, and I mean, I have the perfect, or almost perfect blood type. If I'd be 0 negative, that would be even better, but... Well, better in this case. That's more of a universal donor than the 0 positive one is. And Patrick, we have technology! And then he just bashes it with the computer. That was a great joke. That's the only one I know who said that before smashing the money bill with the PR. That's such a classic. Or where he pumps up that bubble of paint and SpongeBob is having a mental breakdown, and it just, of course, it manages to explode just in the right way, so only the wall gets painted and nothing else. Except for that itsy bitsy tiny splatter on his number $1 bill. Oh man. That was back when SpongeBob was still good. I think after the movie it jumped the shark. Kind of literally, maybe. I mean, the movie I still found, it's not fantastic, but it wasn't bad either. What's the worst blood type in terms of donation? I would say AB plus, because that one is the universal receiver. But donor, good luck, because AB blood type is really rare. I think it's the rarest one. Well, okay, no. There are some very specific ones that are not in the AB, and 0 one. There's some others that are so rare that we only have like 10 people in the entire world who have that. I guess that would be the worst to have because, well, good luck finding a donor for a blood type that you only have maybe 20 people in the world have it. Yeah, first SpongeBob seasons are legendary, absolutely. The atom-sized splatter, yeah. AB plus is the best blood type for plasma. Yeah, that is true. If we're talking plasma donations, then AB plus is the best one. Yeah, David Hasselhoff, come on. Yeah, that's true. That was kind of funny. I'm not saying the movie is bad, but after the movie, the show itself went downhill, and then I just stopped watching. Did we get any shinies? I just made it to the chat. Well, welcome back to the stream, Forsaketh. Good to see you here. I hope you're doing good. And yes, we got the shiny Toxel. And now I'm onto the Sandy Cheeks. Meanwhile, we're still talking about SpongeBob, so might as well call the scroll that. So yeah, finally shiny Toxel. Before the end of the stream, I'm gonna take all of my Masuda Method shinies that I hunted here, and I'm gonna bring them out and we're gonna look at them together. Now let's see, in tomorrow's stream, Legends Arceus. Guess I need to grind a little bit more. Should I transfer, up to what level are they gonna obey me? I think level 80, if I remember correctly. Maybe I need more research stars. Maybe I'll need to do that first. It's pretty good, thank you. Yeah, I agree, it's pretty good. Especially because we were over odds. But you know, can't have a shiny Dratini situation with every hunt, unfortunately. Let's see, maybe we'll get the shiny squirrel still in this stream. Maybe grind a bit just to be safe. Yeah, I'm gonna grind and also see if I can get more research stars. And then maybe Raspberry will be freaking obeying me. Because I think, if I remember correctly, they will all obey me up to level 80, which... Yeah, Raspberry is level 100. So of course he's not gonna do what I tell him to, even though he should freaking know me. I am the champion in so many freaking regions, but nah, he just doesn't care. He just wants to get smacked in the face by Poco Satan. Asking because whatever the worst blood type in general is not for donating, but in general... Well, you can't really say in general. Like, worst in what area? Like, in what aspect? Worst, I would maybe say in general, these super rare ones, because you can't give blood, you can't receive blood. It's such, some types are so rare, like I said, that you only have like 25 people in the world. I read a paper about like a man in Australia who was involved in a really bad vehicle crash, a car accident, and there was a big problem because it turned out he had a very rare blood type that almost no one has, like not A, not B, not AB, not zero, like something entirely different. And that was a massive problem. Like, I think they needed to resort to giving him type 0 blood and also give him meds that inhibit his immune reaction. Because when you have such a rare blood type, there's just no donors. Just for the sake, be cruel to myself because I can be. Okay, what are you trying to do? Very sus. Have you in the past 2 months taken medicine, including over the counter, been vaccinated? Okay, I wonder if they are pro or anti-vax. The next and last one is the funniest. Oh boy, here we go. Like perfecting a dex entry, some of them are pretty satisfying to do. Snorlax, a fun one. Lots of feeding. Yeah, I mean, the Pokédex is pretty much full. Except for some legendaries in the game. But yeah, I need to go back to that guy and maybe fulfill some quests and then try again. Have you lived in the British Isles from 1980 to 1996 for a combined total of 12 months? I know what this is referring to. This is to the mad cow disease. Because if you lived in that time in the UK or the British Isles, you could have that prion in you, and you know, prions, they can actually be in your system for decades before actually provoking a reaction. A lot of people don't know that. But I think it's referring to that. My best blood type is mine. Not the silent, well, not sure how to pronounce that. Do you have the math blood type? I guess that's winter music, I don't know. Well, whatever. Any music is winter music if you play it during the winter, I suppose. I think you already explained this letter to me, as in how to pronounce it properly. I think when I did one of these more older RNG streams, which, yeah, I'm not gonna finish RNG streams, of course not. Really looking forward to the Fire Red Leaf Green, but man, I really should take some time and, you know, just for a day and figure this out before I get distracted again. Best music for winter's Indian Christmas music, that's very specific. So, did you go to any Christmas market yet? I mean, in Europe we have plenty of choice, so many Christmas markets to choose from. But it's pretty much always the same thing, and again, as I said previously, I'm not really that much of a Christmas girl. I don't like the cold, I prefer it when it's nice outside. And just the fact that it gets really dark at 5 PM, I don't know, that's depressing. Sometimes I call Christmas Christophermas. Interesting choice there. Alright, we got roughly 10 minutes. Please give me a shiny in these last minutes. That would be amazing. What am I doing? I still have three eggs that haven't hatched. It's pronounced fairies is always silent though. It's basically just a it's a grammatical particle. Okay. That just reminds me of Japanese, because they also have particles that you need to use in grammar. What do you think of Diggersby? I strongly dislike the Pokemon and I don't know why. Well, if you have watched my top 10 least favorite Pokemon video that I made like a decade ago, which still is my most hated video, and I gotta say my worst. Yeah, that's true. But anyway, yeah, Diggersby, I'm not a fan at all. I don't like it either. I don't like Lopunny as well, but like not as in, oh, how dare they make a feminine Pokemon. Like, I like all the others, like Serena, and all the other really girly looking Pokemon. Those I like, but Lopunny, I don't know, it's like based on a Playboy bunny, which is in and of itself kind of weird for a kids game. And it's like the two bunnies that we have, Lopunny is like one gender stereotype and Diggersby is the other gender stereotype of men being fat, ugly, and just burpy people. I don't know, that's also a negative stereotype. And to make it easier to read other Nordic languages and vice versa. Okay. So it's pronounced... You don't pronounce it at all. Like the P in pterosaur. Pterosaur, you don't really say that. Or the K in knight. But as a kid, because I didn't know English, I always said metak knight. Oh god, do I cringe when I think back. But then again, I didn't know any better. I also said knuckles or knuckles for Knuckles the Echidna, and I'm sorry if I just said that out loud. I know it's horrible. Oh, your favorite animals are bunnies? Like literally the stereotypical sloot and fedora wearing. Yeah, no, not that stereotype, but you know, the burping fat dude who just sits there on his couch and watches sports while drinking beer, and he's ugly, and it's kind of that stereotype. Which is also not really a good one. At least Lopunny, I gotta say, is based off of a attractive stereotype, but still. And also, it's really annoying to get Lopunny. When you catch the pre-evolution, it doesn't like you. Like, it's programmed to be that way. And yeah, it evolves into Lopunny by maximum friendship, so good luck with that. You remind me of something. The teenager from Pokemon Blue, I read it as German Teenager. Yeah, someone who gnaws on tea. Was too young to understand English. Yeah, I also thought, what is that? And my dad explained, oh, a teenager, because teen age, and he explained the numbers, and I was like, okay. Diggersby to Lopunny gender spectrum. Where's the femboy? I guess tomboy. Yeah, that too. Like, why do we only have Playboy model and that ugly couch farting dude? That's, I don't know, not a good gender spectrum. There's so much more. Anything human-like, yeah, I'm not too keen on the human designs Pokemon either. That's why I don't really like most fighting types in terms of design. Just like a personal, not that they're badly designed, just a personal taste kind of thing. But yeah, that much for the... Yeah, I'm working on the favorite Pokemon of each type. But while I did record footage of the old games, so the Game Boy games, but for the DS and 3DS games, I don't know, should I really just film it on the 3DS, like put the camera in front of it, or should I wait until I get the capture card? And Pokémon. Pokemon Now, didn't really know that one. Okay, the bigger dude watching sports look closer. Yeah, it's that. Hitmonlee and Chan opinions. My favorite out of them is Hitmontop. But yeah, I mean, they're good Pokemon. It's just like, yeah, they're very human-like, and I'm just not a fan. Just like you, essentially. With a Hitmonlee guy, I like the design way more. I think Hitmontop is just a very interesting concept as well. It's a spinning top that kicks you. And of course, the shiny is pink, which, yeah, I think I'm gonna hunt that one here as well. Hitmoncoo. Should there be yet another Hitmon? A fourth one? Hitmontop is funny and great for VGC support. That's a lie, kinda, but it can be versatile. Kind of a lie, okay, so not entirely a lie. Right, what are we at now? 91. Ooh, 2 minutes. Let's see. I had just many eggs as I possibly humanly can. Hitmoncoo, Hitmon plus Goku. I don't know, maybe a specially like a specially oriented one would be cool. The judo guy, the box, and then the capoeira dude, yeah. Okay, how many eggs do I have in the party? 2. Okay, I'm gonna hatch those. And then at the end we're gonna watch our beautiful shinies. As I've grown to hate Xerneas. Oh, interesting. Because of how OP it is? Yeah, that's true. Has this... yeah. Deservedly never won world championship. That's true. I don't think there was a champion winner who had a Xerneas in their team. Let me think. No, I can't think of one. Well, Xerneas is gonna come back to haunt us in ZA again. Gotta go by. Alright, Mushroom Pocket, thank you for being part of the stream. I'm gonna go pretty much soon as well. But yeah, thank you for being part of the stream, and I hope I see you in tomorrow's stream. Yeah, good eep. I also need a good eep. Because I haven't slept that well this week. This week, what am I saying? This night. Well, week then no, then I would be even less brainy. That wouldn't be braining at all, let me tell you. Right, last egg, and then I wanna see all of my beautiful shinies. Hitmon, yeah, special attack Hitmon based on Bill Nye. Hitmon Nye? Bill Nye the science guy? He's gonna attack you with science and knowledge and learning. Alright, so that's it for the egg hatching. We hatched 92 scovid eggs, so that's pretty cool. And we got the other shiny, so I'm still very satisfied. And as promised, and luckily I did not forget about it, that is a great thing. I'm just gonna put every single shiny that I hatched so far in my team, and then we're gonna camp together, yay! Alright, which one first? You? Then I think I went for you. I think then you. Or they don't even all fit. Yeah, they don't all fit. Ha! What a flex, right? I'm gonna bring you in here. There we go. Let's look at them because they're so beautiful. I think Chan is best shiny. Top has best design and function, but my favorite of the group is Lee. So the one who kicks. So yeah, there is the new baby shiny crawling around in that beautiful hot magenta pink. There's a Sable. And the Dratini that he got in 5 eggs. Which, wow, that was amazing. Xerneas didn't win Worlds didn't win in 2016 because of a group of 4 people designed a freaking amazing team against Xerneas teams and most other teams out of spite. Oh, you need to, if you have a link to anything like that, I need to look that up because that sounds very fun. The Gossifleur is beautiful as well. And Pinku, the pink penguin. And of course, do not forget about the pink shiny Hatina. Walking around like she's some kind of Kirby creature. Beautiful. I'm just gonna clip that because of course. And yeah, that's my pink team. And the Sinisty doesn't even fit in, so it's like 7. Really nice. And yeah, I think that's how we're gonna end the stream. Not with the stream is done ending card, but look at these beautiful pink shinies, all very nice. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for being part of the stream. As always, I super duper appreciate it. Thank you so much basically for using your personal time to watch this. And I hope you're gonna be there for the for tomorrow's stream. Wolfie VGC made a video. Okay, yeah, right. I'm gonna need to watch that one then. 4 deer hunting horsemen. Oh, that's pretty funny. But yeah, again, thank you and have a good night, everyone. Alright, bye-bye.